Yeah.
Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Hey, sister.
Hey, sis.
Your smiling face is bringing me so much joy right now.
Oh, I love
It's,
you.
I love you. Listen, whew, I don't know what I did last night. Girl, I woke up like, who beat me up?
Oh,
I woke up like, who beat me up? Like, girl, like my whole beside shoulder and back. I'm like, baby,
wow. Oh,
baby.
wow.
I was like, ooh, these younger years of be hitting a little different, child. These young years
Yeah,
be hitting a little different, child.
child.
Girl,
That's funny because, like, I'm feeling like that today, too. Because, I had rehearsals on Saturdays.
child,
And I'm like, the other day I had one hip hurting. Now they both hurting. It's like the left hip and the right hip. Right hip and the left hip. I'm like, okay. Like, okay,
girl,
age. You know.
girl. I'm like, what? Listen, I ain't never felt about no pain like that in my back and shoulder that I can remember.
Oh my
Child.
God. It's
I'm like,
funny. It's
what?
like that's that real old age talk when you like, oh my hip. Like
Ooh,
what
my
in
hip
the
and my
world?
back, my shoulder, my neck, and my back.
Oh
Child.
my gosh.
Like, listen, honey, I've been trying to work it out all afternoon because I was like, listen, this is one of those um sit on the heating pad, soak in the tub.
Oh
Hey,
yes.
I was like, I don't know what I did. All I did, girl, I just went to bed because we got home late, like
Yeah.
early morning. So we went up to see mom and dad. So we got home.
Mhm.
So, but I was like, I don't know if it was the long drive, if it was I was tired and I laid wrong.
Mhm.
And I was like, girl, we gotta work it out.
Oh my
But yeah,
goodness.
well, we are here. We are here.
Yes. Yes, we
We are
are.
just listen. The show must go on. The show must go on. Yes, yeah. Oh, I love that green. What you got? What's that? That top? That
Thank
pretty green top you
you.
got on?
You
Yes.
know what? So I'll be picking up stuff. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
love it. The material feels so lovely. I just love this. And I don't even
Yeah.
know what material it is, but my daughter was talking about it too. She was like,
Okay.
that's that good old time material. It
Yeah.
feels comfortable, yes.
It looks very comfortable and cozy. Very comfortable. Thank
Yes.
you, Ashton, for coming in. Thank you for coming in for our Sister Talk Sunday on this cool October day.
It
Cool
sure is. My
October
heat is
day.
on.
Okay, okay. Listen, I had it on and I turned it off a little bit because I was getting a little overheated. I was like, let me cut it off a little bit. But yeah,
Yeah.
yes, but yeah, nice and cozy day, nice and cozy day.
Hmm.
Everybody for joining in for us.
Yes.
So, all right. So this is one of those topics that I feel like that it affects all of us. So, today we're going to dive into like social media and mental health, like
Hmm.
knowing when to like log off, right?
Yes.
Um, I feel like this is like a big deal, and especially like Friday was actually like Mental Health Awareness Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
October 10th is Mental Health Awareness Day. Um,
Hmm.
so sometimes mental health can tie into like the impact of like social media,
For
right?
sure.
Yeah, because you get caught up in like the endless scrolling. Like you can't stop scrolling. You get caught up in them comparison traps. Like you're comparing yourself to other people on social media and stuff. And
Hmm.
then you get they call what like them like dopamine highs and them burnout lows and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So we're going to start talking about like social media's impact like on your mental health.
Hmm.
Um, it's been like recent statistics based about um how your mental health is affected when it comes to social media. Like they said that it's been like literally like a rise in like anxiety just from dealing with social media,
Hmm.
a rise in
Hmm.
anxiety, right? And like people actually like suffer from depression just linked to like the social media.
Yeah, yeah. And I know like they used to think that it was just like the young people, but it's
Yes,
not. It's like people of all ages.
yes,
But I know like, they did it used to be a thing, we're just really concerned about how it was affecting, like just younger folks, what I mean, with the addiction and stuff. But like it's widespread.
It is. It is. It is.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. It's like you wouldn't know think that social media can have that kind of impact like on your mental health, but it literally do. So while we're talking about it and while we're diving into it, we'll kind of like be able to break it down and like make it make sense, right?
Mhm.
We're having this discussion today. Yeah. So like I can personally think of like times like I've been on like social media and some things I might be watching, like some stories or something I might see could be like very like uplifting. They'd be like, oh my God, oh, this is a beautiful story. And then I can watch something that's like totally depressing, like
Yeah.
right. And it literally like will affect my mental, like, man, like why did I just watch that? Because now
Mhm.
like, I'm feeling like a certain type of way, or it's like, I feel bad for the situation or the people involved or something, because
Yeah.
sometimes like when things are on social media, it's not always in the best light,
Of
you know.
course. Yeah. I mean, and then it's like, and then especially when you having those feelings, like it's feel like there's nothing you can do about it.
Right, right,
What I mean? But
right.
yeah, it's like it's on so many different levels, too, because sometimes it's, like with the younger folks doing a lot of comparing. What I mean?
Yes,
Like constantly comparing themselves to other people that they're saying, that they're
yep,
seeing on social media. Um, but then like the way that the algorithms send certain things to you,
yes,
it's
yes.
like so a couple of years ago, I was reading this book and it was called 10 Reasons to Delete Your Social Media Right Now.
Ooh, wow.
And it's
Okay.
not even it's a thin book. Where I was reading it and it was actually for a class that I was taking over at Temple.
Okay.
And we like really dive deep into it.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher, she had actually chose that book because she was saying how a friend of hers that showed up on social media, always very happy, always showing all these really wonderful things and stuff, but this woman had killed herself. What I
Mm,
mean? And she was like how, everybody was like, wow, and oh my God, but it
right.
was like, just everything that she posted on social media just seemed so like everything was fine.
Yes.
Like everything was
Yeah.
so good, but she was really sad and depressed and stuff. And
Mm,
um,
mm-hmm.
but just reading it and stuff, it was talking about the way that it um like just the complete lack of privacy, with Facebook and stuff like that. With social media in general. Um with the facial recognition stuff and how like when it sees different things, your reactions and stuff, and then it sends you certain things like based on that, you
Mm,
know,
mm.
and also like based on the things that like things that you talk about and stuff, Um it's just so much that's going on with them algorithms. It's deeper than a lot of us even understand. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And so it's kind of scary,
Yes. Yes.
but it's
Yes.
like it'll continue to send you things to like just like further what you're already thinking about. You know what I mean? So
Mm,
say like or if you pull up something, say like about anxiety or something, it'll send you more stuff about anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll just keep feeding you,
yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, like, it's just it's wild, you know
Um,
what I mean? And
oh my
AI
God.
ran, you
Yes.
know, but, yeah, like, yeah, like, just to continue to, confirming things that you're already thinking about and stuff, or things that you're talking about because it's listening, it's watching.
Mm, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And also in the book, it was talking about like how the people that created it and stuff, like they don't allow their children on this stuff.
Stop it.
They don't like the Silicon Valley people and stuff. And the man who wrote it, he was like one of the people that helped create it, who wrote the book. I cannot remember the name of this book, but I know I have it here in my house somewhere on that shelf with the rest of them books. But it is 10 reasons to delete your social media.
Child, oh my God. Like when I say that this is like a real thing, like it's a real like struggle. You do not let
Mhm.
kids use iPads or phone. Exactly. Yeah, like you kind of touched on the fact about the comparison. That's what I was saying about like even the comparison traps. Like um
Mhm.
people comparing themselves to other people's lives on social media, right? It's like a culture. Like, okay, I gotta live up to that standard. I gotta look like that. I gotta be like that. I gotta do that. Like, find yourself comparing
Mhm.
your life to what you see on social media, and then you just pretty much stamped it when you say like everything you see, it's not glitter and gold. Like it looks good,
Mhm.
it look all shiny, but you don't know what's going on behind the scenes because that's the facade that people be putting on social media.
Mhm.
That's why I'm like really excited to like dive into this, right? Because some people like even suffer from what they call FOMO with the social
Fear of
media.
missing out.
The fear of missing out.
Mhm. Mhm.
Fear of missing out. Child,
Mhm.
child, like the between struggling with that or like the online validation, like needed to feel validated by being online. Like, are you
Yeah.
kidding me? Kidding me?
Mhm.
Right. It's like one of those things like how do you actually like recognize when social media is taking a toll like on you personally? Like it's like how do you actually recognize that? Oh, he said the author is Jerron Lanier.
Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Thank you, big brother. Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. He
All
went and
right.
looked it up. Mhm.
He on the case. He on the case. He on the case.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like that struggle, like they call what they call like the dopamine loop. It's like how many likes, like your comments, like your followers can trigger something in your brain.
Mhm.
Like
Exactly. Right. Right. It's wild. It gets wild. It's deep. Yep. Yep. And like I said, in ways that we don't even realize how deep it be going.
some of these need to remain private and not shared with the
Mhm.
right. Hello, they go, hey mom, thank you for being here.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. And it's like they said it's like that illusion of the connection, like your online engagement versus your real relationships. Like some people get so connected into the online engagement, like that becomes their world. Like all
Right.
these outside folks that don't even know you becomes
Mhm.
like your whole world.
And they was like, it was a study done where they was talking about how, and just going back to like the younger folks, what I'm saying,
Mm, mm,
was saying like how
mm.
they're like losing their ability to socialize and stuff, what I mean, the job interviews and stuff that, what I mean, like they were saying like these folks, like they just don't communicate well in person.
Yes,
What I
yes.
mean? Like college age people and stuff, yeah, like a lot of them, what I mean, just I'm just talking about like statistics, what I
Right,
mean,
right.
like they having a much harder time,
They
you
are.
know.
Yeah. Like they said, they online engagement versus the real relationship, right? Um, it's kind of those. All right, I want to create my following. Like I need the people online to keep me validated, and then that's kind of like shuts off your reality to the real world. It's like okay, I don't got to really engage with the real world because I got all these people online that
Right.
are validating me. I mean, that's a real
Mhm.
that online validation.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, yes, Marley the women. I don't know. She
Yeah.
could be. She
I
could be
could be.
related to Bob Marley. You never know.
Mhm.
She could be created to
Bumper
Roy.
clock.
You never
No
know.
mama, no cries. But
Yep.
anyway. Mhm.
Anyway, yeah, and like you were just saying about like how the algorithm feeds your emotions,
It's
right?
a big deal. Yes.
Oh my God. Oh
Mhm.
my God. Yes.
Yeah.
When I say like how you were talking about like if you're looking about something by anxiety to be like I know like you know how you scrolling and you might look at something, open it up, and say, "Oh, let me see." Now you know you get flooded with all this stuff all
Yes,
the
it
time,
continues to
all the
just send you more and more of that.
exactly, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and that algorithm, like you said, with your emotions, it could be feeding you something. Like you could have opened up something like somebody was missing or got killed or got arrested wrong or something. It starts feeding into them emotions. Like they'll start sending you more stuff that's going to make you angry or like
Right.
envious or something like that. That you know you
Mhm.
get all this stuff like, oh my god, oh my god. Like it's
Mhm.
happened to me so many times. Like I'll look at one thing, that you know something else say it pop up, something else gonna make me angry. Like I'm like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah, like if you watch like people fighting, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying? Then it's like you will that stuff will just keep on popping up for you. You're gonna see more and more of that stuff with people fighting.
exactly, exactly, exactly. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like that algorithm is crazy. It's
Mhm.
crazy. It definitely like fuels your emotions, like feeds into them. Like okay, all right, they watch this now. Let me just keep giving them more and more and more and more and more. Like oh
Mhm.
my god, stop it. Stop.
Yeah. So you know how when I said like I was taking the class and and we was reading a book, um, like I had actually just for because it was like um just to be on, like to play devil's advocate, I had
Okay,
wrote about like, like reasons like why it was good. You know what I mean? Like, but I
okay.
wrote about for it being good for say like, people in business. You know what
Uh
I'm
huh.
saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So say like,
Mm-hmm.
what I mean, how I'm into crystals and wire wrapping and sound healing and I
Mm-hmm.
mean different stuff and what I mean? And so I was like, all right, okay, so if I'm what I mean, if that algorithm is going to help me connect directly to those people interested in type of things that I'm interested in, what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like I can see how it can be excellent. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you can see how good it can be, you know what I mean, for advertising and, things and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
what I mean, like say, to connect directly to those people that's, what I mean, into, spiritual tools and things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was what I wrote about, you know?
Okay. 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 Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but it's like, it's just going to like a whole nother level, you know what I mean? And it seemed like that, what I mean, is it's like it works for those reasons. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What I mean, helping you get, like I said, your products directly to your audience.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Um, but it's like it's so much, it's so oversaturated with so much stuff. Like when you say it's like that world wide web,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, that just
Yeah.
makes it unsafe, in a lot of ways, especially like for our young people. It's like just all this access to everything,
Mm-hmm.
it gets
Yes.
really scary.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
gets really
Yeah.
scary, you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of concern, what I mean, with psychologists and stuff that, that just be thinking about, what I mean, like just that rabbit hole, what I'm saying, once you get on there and how, we're being affected. And the longer it's in existence, what I mean, the more, what I mean, studies are going to show these different things.
Absolutely. 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 Yeah. 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 And it's funny that you just brought to the point, like you said, it could go in your favor or it could go against you, right? So
Mhm.
I know, like you said, a lot of people use like social media, like for their advertising, right? You reach the consumers and things like that to get their products or whatever they're selling out, right? And in that
Mhm.
case, it's a good thing, but there's a caveat to that. Like
Mhm.
sometimes like you said, like the same way the algorithms like might feed to your emotions, like if they notice that you're attracted to a particular product or something, or you might be like into yoga or you might be into a certain brand, as you know, they'll start feeding that into your algorithm. You know what I'm saying? You get
Mhm.
flooded with those things, right? I was like, okay,
Mhm.
shop now, 50% off. Like it'd be wild to me. I'd be like, dang, like j- how do they know like what your interests are, like what's going to attract you and pull you in?
Or sometimes when it seems like it knows that you're thinking.
That part.
It'd be crazy. Or like you open up your joint and it's an advertisement. You'd be like, yo, I was just talking about that yesterday.
That part. That
You know what I
part.
mean? Well, I was just
Yes.
thinking about that.
Yes.
It'd be too much. It'd be too
Girl.
much. That shit is scary. I mean,
I was like, oh my God. Like it makes me think about when I say like Big Brother is us listening. Big Brother's always listening.
yeah.
Thank you for those that are in. Thank you
Mhm.
for joining us for our Sister Talk Sunday. So if you have just tuned in, we're talking about social media and mental health. Like when
Mhm.
you start logging off, when do you log off, right? So right now we're talking about how the algorithm is kind of like feeding into your emotions, feeding like into your wants, your desires, like even feeding into like you feeling like validated. Like they'll keep
Mhm.
like you know put like trying to align you with things that are going to make you feel like you're like the grand whatever on social media. You
Mhm.
know, like people that's going to be like, oh, engaged. So what you're like feeding them, right? So
Mhm.
it poses that questions like, have you ever like noticed like your mood shift like after you're scrolling, like either you feeling uplifted by it or like you feeling like drained.
Mhm. I really try to keep it to a limit. Like if I
Yeah.
go on, you know, I just like I might scroll for I mean a couple minutes or something, and a lot of times the stuff that I share in my stories, it'll be something that I'll see, what I mean. But I'm saying it'd be like, all right, I'll share one story, I might share another one, but it's like when I say I try to limit it to like 10 minutes, what I mean, type of thing, because it'd be like, all right, like I don't want to fall into the trap. And I'm
Right.
always thinking like, okay, I could be doing something else. I could be, what I mean, because for me, it's like, all right, I could be playing my bass. What I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like I have signs up that's like
Of
practice
course.
bass. You know what I'm saying? In the house, practice bass. You
Mm-mm.
know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, or if I go, I'm watching somebody else that's singing, or like I get a lot of bass stuff that pop up on my thing, what I mean, to
See?
assist me with my bass
See?
practice, or,
Mm-hmm.
singing tips and stuff like that, or other people that are singing. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's this one guy I love to like go to his page and harmonize with him. He's doing jazz.
Okay.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I try to use it as a tool for good. I mean? Like I really do like try to use it for good. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So like I'm not like wasting my time, what I mean? Because I think about my time and my energy and how I'm spending it, what I mean, from day to day,
Yeah.
and stuff. And you know what I'm saying, and stuff, and so, but it's like if I come across something that I'll be like, okay, this, is a good message that might could help somebody else. And
Mm-hmm.
instead of
Mm-hmm.
me, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, making the video, making the content, what I mean, because I'm not really a content creator, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's like, what I mean, it was at one time I was like, okay, that might be something that I could do, but I just
Mhm.
and I be wanting to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I'll be like, okay, it's so many people that's doing it. You know what I mean? If somebody that's saying something that I really agree with, I'll be like, okay, share, what I
Yeah.
mean, or
Right.
repost or something.
Right.
And, and it's like, and I'll just do that. But then it'd be like, okay, that's enough. Get off. Get
Yeah.
off. You know what I mean? Go play your bass. Aren't you hungry? Go get some water. You know what I mean? Just something else so that I just,
Yeah. I'm
that I
cracking
just
up.
I do. I really try to do my best to just like not fall into the trap of it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when people be like, "Oh, did you see my post?" I'll be like, "No." You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10 I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cuz I just don't, it's like it's so many people. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's like, how long I would have to scroll to see like all the people's posts and stuff that I know, watching everybody's stories and stuff like that I know. No.
Absolutely.
It's
Absolutely.
like, nah,
Absolutely.
I'm just not gonna give it that much time and attention, you know.
Ciao,
Mm-mm.
ciao, ciao. Yeah, I feel like if the longer I'm on there, the more I get overwhelmed with stuff. Because then I feel like I gotta like, oh, let me go watch this person. Let me go watch that person. And it's easier for me just to like you said, do a short stint and like disconnect from it. Because I
Mhm.
am a content creator, so it's like if
Yeah.
I'm spending more time on everybody else's platform. I'm not even doing my own content creating the message that I want to send. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do. But you get caught up, like, especially when you get like in a network and you want to support everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You want to say, okay, I'm going to go support this person, this, that, but it starts to get like monotonous. Then I start feel like my head is like spinning. Like, okay, who do I go to this time? Who do I go to this time? And then I just find myself like shutting it down altogether. Like, okay, I'm not
Right.
doing nothing today. I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I have to like,
Yeah.
right? Because it's
Mhm.
like another question is like, it's like, why do we keep scrolling, like, even when we know like it's not good for us to keep like scrolling. Like, some people don't know that time when it's like they really need to disconnect from it. And,
Mhm.
and
Man,
like,
that finger, it become a habit to be like
yeah, right.
that
It's like,
finger
you
be
know
just
it ain't good.
going like
You can't stop the scroll. You can't stop the scroll.
yeah.
Right.
Mhm. And like you said, you want to support people. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's like, what I mean, it's like, you go and it's like hit the heart, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, hit, and it's like you know what I mean? And I find myself sometimes it's like, I'm so guilty of like tapping and liking something that I didn't even watch
I'm
or like
crying.
listen to, or you know what I
I'm
mean? I'm
crying.
so guilty
Ah.
of it.
Oh
You know what
man.
I'm saying? And it's like, because it's like I just want to show love, you know what I mean? But yeah, but but
But yo,
sometimes
then
I
you choke.
don't. It's like because I'm just moving fast, or what I mean, something on it. It'd be like, all right, like I'm just because I know I'm not going to stay on that long. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like I know I'm just trying to be like really limited with it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Or and it just depends on the situation. Say like if I'm waiting around for something or something, it's like, all right, you know what I mean? I know I'm about to sit here, you know what I mean, for 10 to 15 minutes. Then I'm gonna just go on, social media, you know what I'm
uh-huh.
saying? And so,
Uh-huh.
and it depends, you know what I mean? Because and sometime in that moment, I might, you know what I'm saying, watch or, listen, fully and stuff. But sometimes it's like I'll just push and like scroll through. It'd be like 5, 6 things go past at one time. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? And
Uh-huh.
then I'll like, stop and look, all right, what's that right there? You know. But yeah, but I really try to keep it really limited
Yeah.
and just quick on and off. You know what I mean? Because I know I be feeling like it'd be a trap.
It's definitely a trap. It's definitely a
I don't
trap.
be wanting to get trapped in.
Right, because it's like a question, like what emotions actually come up when you do take a social media break. Like, some people go through like withdrawals. Like,
Mhm,
oh my god, like I need to go on, like that FOMO. It goes back to that FOMO, like they fear they're
mhm,
missing out. Right. It's
mhm.
like what kind of emotions do you actually get when you're not on social media? Like, some people get really addicted to it. Some people get really addicted to it. Right. And
Yeah.
like a prime example of that is like when you like checking your social media like first thing in the morning.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It'd be I'm saying it's like and that's one of those things, you know what I mean, that I watched a video on social media that was like, don't do that. You know what I mean? you know?
Ah,
So it's like, so when I get up, you know what I mean, it's like, I try my best to not as soon as I get up, check my phone. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
You know what I mean? Or it's like if I do, like I just might look at the time, you know what I mean? But then I put it back down, but it's like because it had turned into a habit. You get up, you pick up the phone, you see notifications, you know what I'm saying, for messages, then you check in messages. Then it's like, hey, while you got the phone open, might as well click on that F or click on that, you know what I'm saying? Because like you said, the
yes.
notifications and stuff be right there. So I shut my notifications off so that I
Ah,
don't even yeah, I shut the notifications off, like, so that way I don't even know. So it's like I'll check it when I'm ready and not when it's like, beeping to get my attention. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Or the little number is there, you know what I'm saying, to like let me know. It's like, no, I'll look when I'm in a mood to look. And sometimes I don't go on social media for like days at a time, like
Mm,
on purpose, you know what I mean?
mm,
Because it'd be like just so I'm not letting it control me, you
yeah.
know? Yeah.
Love that. Love that. how you feel before and after you strolling, and you start to like notice the shift, and that awareness help you start reclaiming control of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, like, okay, I already know I'm not answering notifications because I already know it's just gonna pull me into it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
reclaiming control of it. I'm just reclaiming control of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like now we've been talking about like how like social media like affects our minds and stuff. It's like now just like talk about like how it actually like shapes our identities. How it shapes our identities.
Mm-hmm.
Child. Woo! Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Trying
so
to
you
be
kind
like,
of
it's like instead of trying to be like the Joneses, it's like all these people on there, to copy off of.
ah yeah, and you kind of touched on it, right? It's like that pressure to like look happy and
Mm-hmm.
successful and always be perfect on social media
Mm-hmm.
all the time. Like when I see that, it's like it's nobody that happy or that perfect. You know
Well,
what
you
I'm
don't want to
saying?
share your drama.
But come on, come on. Come on. It's like some things I look will bring me joy. Like if I see it's like a genuine, like happy story, it's like, okay, oh my God, that was so sweet. Oh my God. Like I really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
But if you always have like the same people that, oh my God, life is so great. And all the time it's like life ain't always
Look
great.
at me,
Like
look around
look
Matt.
at me where listen, I don't never whatever I do on social media is not that portrayal of that life is that great. Sometimes I come in there and tell a crazy story that something that happened to me because life be life in, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is real. It's like, although I have fun and I live my life ain't always like a bed of roses because it's not,
Right.
and
Mm-hmm.
I try to like show both sides of me, show the fun side when I am having fun, I'm genuinely having fun, having a good time, and the side when I'm frustrated. Like,
Mm-hmm.
that happens, something to piss me off,
Mm-hmm.
aggravated or annoyed by something.
Mm-hmm.
you know, can anybody relate to these type of situations, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just circling back to what you said about the young lady that said she was always posting happy stuff and stuff and
Yeah.
then killing herself. Like what?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. She was like, yeah, and like everybody was so stunned. She said everybody was like
Of
stunned.
course,
Like couldn't believe
of
it.
course,
Yeah.
of course.
Mhm.
That reminds me. Oh my God! Like it's so sad. Remember the guy Twitch the dancer?
Yes. I
Oh my
love
God!
him.
Prime example. Prime example.
Man, because I'm saying, like, I watched him because, so you think you can dance. That was my
That
show.
part.
Like, what?
That was the
You know what I'm
show,
saying?
bro.
I watched him from way
Yes,
back
yes,
there, from like when he first went on the show, then to when he became one of the instructors, then to when he started, then became a DJ on the Ellen show. You know what I'm saying? Getting married and stuff, you know what I mean? Having the children. Everything just seems so like, you know what I mean? Like he was just reaching all the milestones. You
yes,
know what I mean? This
yes,
wonderful life. And
yes, yes,
I was
yes,
mad and sad and just like didn't believe it.
girl,
You know what I'm saying? It
girl,
was like I didn't believe it.
girl. This is a prime example. This is a prime example. Yeah, when I say I was shocked and stunned, because like you said,
Yeah.
like you follow his career, like he always
Yeah.
seemed so happy, like he was living his life
Always
to the fullest.
smiling.
Married with kids, like you said, always smiling. And it's
Yep.
like then that happened. It's like no, somebody killed that man.
That's
Like
what I was saying.
I couldn't wrap my mind around the fact that he took his life. I was like, no,
Right.
somebody killed that man. No, 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 no.
Yep.
You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Mm-mm.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. But I was like, you never know what be going on. You know what I mean? I was like, with all of that was happening, it's just the pressure, you know, where his life had grown into or something. Like we have no idea.
Girl,
So yeah, but I
girl,
was really sad for him because
girl, sister. I was like in disbelief. And that's when that line, like, are you posting like posting saying,
Mhm.
I gotta always seem happy and that my life
Mhm.
is perfect or something, and it's like,
Mhm.
which one are you actually doing when you're on social media? And it's sad, like, when you see somebody that has a strong social media presence, right,
Right.
and got all these
Mhm.
followers and people are always tuned into them, and
Mhm.
they're portraying this life of, grandness, and, man, I got everything going on, everything is going around, it's supposed to be going on, and it definitely raises that question, like, are you doing
Mhm.
it just for validation because you got this huge following, because you want
Mhm.
people to make you feel uplifted, feel like something, you know
Mhm.
grand
Mhm.
on social media,
Right.
or are you really like posting just to, portray how life really is? You know,
Mm.
it's a difference.
Yeah. I just thought about like Tyrese. Remember like how Tyrese,
Mm,
I mean, like how, when he would be coming on and showing himself crying and everything, stuff like that about his daughter and stuff, I mean? Like
mhm.
folks was clowning
They
him.
was,
They was
yup.
clowning the brother, what I mean, for coming on showing, what I mean, like all this unhappiness and, what I mean, and tears and, what I mean, putting his feelings and stuff like that out there and everything. And, so I don't know, it'd be like, I don't know, I'd be like, that's why people don't do it. You know what I mean? Like it, some people were feeling sorry for him. I was actually kind of feeling sorry for the brother. You know what I'm saying? I was like, poor guy. You know what I mean? Like he is really, what I'm saying? Like he really in his emotions right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's just like, look, like, it just need to tell somebody, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, and get, something, but they was clowning him like crazy.
Yeah, but he was posting his expressions, like how he's feeling, what he's going through. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
some people like do that, like what, like their mood, like what's going on in their life. Like are they really happy? Are they sad? Like something like it's definitely a big difference.
Yeah.
To being like real when you're with your post. You're doing it just to be validated,
Mhm.
right? And like the social media actually like can like distort like the body image, right, and the
Mhm.
self-esteem. That's like the hugest one for me.
Mm.
Oh, everybody starts to look alike. Everybody's trying to achieve the same goal.
That is so true. Yeah, and like, cause I don't know. I mean, like, it's like you be seeing, like you said, everybody looking and like, I mean, like you can tell, like, okay, like she must follow her, and she following her page and her page and her page. I mean,
Exactly.
'cause- yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
It's to be it's almost like cookie cutter for me. Hi, Aunt
Mhm.
Alexa, coming in. Yeah, it starts to be cookie cutter because it's like everybody's trying to look the same, achieve the same goals. And it's like, oh my God, like if I look at one word, skinny waist with big booty, I'm about to snap. Like
Mhm.
it's like, come on, that's not a reality for everybody.
Mhm.
Why are you portraying it like this is what life should be? This is what everybody should look like, because that's not true. And you
Mhm.
get the people, like you said, when it starts to affect your mental health, because then you start to feel away like, wow, like I don't look like that. What I need to do to look like that? You know,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
How is it going to validate me if I start, showing off my sexy snatch and all that stuff and start getting followers like the next person because they
Mhm.
looking sexy all the time and they showing all their assets. All that stuff ain't real. Just
For
say it.
real.
It's not real.
Yeah.
It's,
Mhm.
it's not real.
Mhm.
They have to work really hard at it. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah, and a lot of them, I mean, like they be having money and stuff, you know what I mean, too, or or like using money, what I mean, to to make those changes and stuff. A lot of
Yeah.
times, too, and using them things, sleeping in them waist trainer things
Yep.
all night
All
long.
night
You know what I'm
long.
saying, and stuff. Yeah,
Yep.
what I mean, it's like just all that stuff. And see, a lot of that stuff don't pop up for me, and the people that like it when it does, like I
Mm,
unfollow. It'd be like stuff like, okay, like you putting a lot of stuff on your page that's like ridiculous to me. I'll unfollow in a minute. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying? Cause
Mm-hmm.
it'd be like, cause I don't want it popping up for me. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let my algorithm know that I'm not interested.
Right. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Because it'll start feeding it to you that you'll start seeing everybody in the club with the bottles up, looking sexy with the boobs out, checking, or they
Mhm.
always at the beach shaking and twerking, or showing their body snatch and oh God, no,
Mhm.
no.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I don't like for me, like, um, what I mean? Like, it's just I've always kind of been, what I mean, like this size. My body has always been the way that it has been, what I mean? And many years ago I used to, what I mean, have a lot of those insecurities and stuff, what I mean?
Mm,
So it's no way in my big age I'm going to continue to perpetuate, what I'm saying, like, what I'm saying, and feed myself that type of stuff to make myself feel insecure. Nah, I'm good. Like, you
okay,
know.
okay.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
it's like social media can be like very very impressionable, very very impressionable and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think about like we were. It's funny that we're talking about this because that when we were on our way traveling, you
Mhm.
know, up to Delaware, this music Soul Child song came on, and
Mhm.
it's like my
People.
favorite song, "Love Don't Change." Like as long as your love don't
Yeah.
change. And I think about that one line when he says, "I'm not impressed by the girls on the movies and the magazines." He was
Yes.
he's like, honestly, your beauty is way more than
This skin
skinny. Like,
deep.
you know what I'm saying? I was like, yes. Like every time I
Yeah.
hear that, I was like, yeah. If everybody had that mentality, like
Mhm.
stop getting caught up in the superficial. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking you got
Right.
to the BBLs or the snatch bodies to feel validated or think people are going to want you and love you more. Because you can go through all that and still don't get
Mhm.
what you need out of it. You know,
Exactly.
'cause
Mhm.
that's not what changed what's going on with it. All that outer does not have no reflection on what's going on inside.
Right.
You know.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I really love that he highlights that beauty is way more than skin deep. Like I'm
Yeah.
attracted to what's inside of you, not what's on outside
It's
of
a
you.
beautiful song. Yeah.
And so every time I hear it, I was like, I'm not impressed by the girls on the magazines and the movies here. I'm like, okay, say it, music, say it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Mhm.
yes, yes, yeah, yeah. But it's like, and then there was a question about like like how you feel like when you do post something and it doesn't get like that engagement that you expected it to get. You know,
Mhm.
people actually get
So,
affected by that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people like that. If it's not getting the likes that they want, then they
Mm-hmm.
remove it.
Stop it.
Yeah, they take it down.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Mhm.
Child. Child.
But because
Yeah,
then it's like, but it's like in that situation, it's like, are you posting it for other people or are you posting it for yourself?
that part.
You
That part.
know?
That's the
Mhm.
validation part of it. Yeah, like the
Mhm.
more likes and followers you get, the more validation you feel. So it's like you're posting to fuel that. You feel that
Mhm.
feeling that, oh my God, like all these people are liking what I'm posting or liking what I'm doing. I'm getting more followers or something like that. Like I said,
Mhm.
when people don't get it, they're like, oh, I put this out and not I only get a lot of likes or views
Mhm.
on it, or then next you know you want to take it down. What? Child, you know
Yeah.
how many things I done posted that they might not get likes of. I'm like, okay, but people wasn't
Mhm.
feeling that at this time. You know what I'm saying? Be like, but to me, I thought it was funny or something that I needed to post to share. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take it down. For what? For what? Especially as being like a content creator,
Mhm.
it could be like a hit or miss. It could be something
Mhm.
that you felt like, oh my God, like this was so cool, it's so funny, I had to share it, or this was so good, I had to
Mhm.
share it, and then nobody
Mhm.
had the same thought process. But
Mhm.
like it's like I felt it was, so I put it on because I thought so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, it's interesting, what I mean? Because like, because like as the content creator, it's like, is the idea to acquire more subscribers, more likes, to be producing content that people want to see and want more of. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I don't know, so I mean, I guess I can understand, if somebody, as a content creator, because I mean, because sometimes I might do that, sometimes I'll go through my page and I might clean up stuff, like say if I see something where I'll be like, okay, I only got, less than 100 likes for this particular thing, but I'm seeing, this got 1,000 views, this got that, so this, that thing that, didn't get, and sometimes it like, it may be something from like months ago or, something, just over time where I'll be like,
Mhm.
okay, it's not, getting that much attention. So let me go
Mhm.
ahead and I'll archive it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Go ahead and just clear, just to like clean up the page, or something. So that I'll just have more, things on that people are paying attention to, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I do
Mhm.
do that sometimes. And sometimes
Yeah.
it may be like with flyers or something, or maybe if it's like an event or something that, I did a long time ago or something. And it's like, okay, it's no need of still having that there and it's
Right.
so far in the past.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I understand that. I know you. Yeah, I know your big platform is like you do like slide stuff on IG and
Hmm.
like social media, like Facebook and stuff like that. I do most of my stuff on YouTube, so it has like a different meaning, you
Very
know.
true. Yeah.
When
Now
I do,
YouTube stuff, once I put it up, it's there.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I do feel like some um people that doing things on social media, like they start becoming addicted to like the external validations, like the outside folks. It's like so many people are looking for
Yeah.
a can of paint, and
Mm-hmm.
and you start to get like really like consumed with how they think, how they feel about you and what you're doing, and
Mm-hmm.
'cause but like, like even like when we're doing our sister talk, like people come on and sometimes they might come on here being cruel or not saying nice things or something to try to like
Right.
get a rise out of you or take you out of your character. Do you think if we focused on that stuff, we probably wouldn't even be doing this, and we were consumed by
Right.
how we felt about
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
and I don't
phased
say
at
that on my
all.
right, because it's like what we're doing is so much bigger than their
That part.
nonsense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We certainly do not do this for external validation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we wouldn't be on here. We was worried about what people thought and was in their opinions. Child,
Mhm.
they definitely feel like people can be mean. You get a lot of
Yeah.
trolls on social media and stuff, So it definitely heightens that sense to, oh my God, I gotta always put this on, or I gotta always be perfect, or just so you won't get any of that negative interaction. So I think
Mhm.
it's a lot of pressure on people, though. It
Right.
definitely puts a lot of pressure. It definitely puts a lot of people. Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
and it makes you think like it's like that you really had to like remind yourself that you're worth more than those hashtags and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, or a social media post.
Social media posts,
You
yes.
know. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's
Hmm.
why, like, because how I be, sometimes like I do a lot of stuff that nobody knows nothing about, because I just don't be big on like, constantly putting my camera in my face.
You're
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right.
It's like I just don't be consciously thinking about it a lot of times, maybe just because of the relationship that I already have, like with social media and stuff.
Hmm.
And, like I said, sometimes I just don't even go on there at all. And
Right.
not, but sometimes at the end of the night or afterwards, so I'll be like, dang, I ain't even get a picture. I ain't even get no video or, I say that sometimes, I'll be like, dang, I ain't even share, I could at least did a story or, something, or sometimes I even might be about to, or I might take a picture and then like, a couple days pass by and I just forget to post it or something or, but yeah. You know what I mean? But I do be wanting to sometimes because it'd be like, okay, that was a really cool experience. It'd been nice to like share that or tell people about that or
Right.
you know. Yeah.
Right.
So sometimes I'd be wishing like it was other people around that, you know what I mean, that did. Like I love when I be hanging out with you. I'll be like, we can go and take some picture. We can go get some content. Like we gonna be in there, like, hey, you know.
Yeah. 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 Yes. Creating the memories and those moments. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
I do be seeing the value in that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love it, you know, so sometimes when I be on Facebook and a Facebook memory will pop up and I'll be like, "Oh my god, I forgot all about that," and, you know,
Exactly.
so it's really, you
It
know,
is.
it is a really cool thing.
It brings me so much joy
Mhm.
when they give me those reminders. Oh, on this day or this at this particular time of year, I'm like, oh my god, right? Yeah, I
Mhm.
love it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, you want to create lasting memories. Like it goes for me. It goes beyond just like followings because I don't have a lot of followers. I don't. But
Mhm.
it's like I do things that like bring me joy. Like if it's like if I can share something or I can help somebody or something,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? So I have like a mixed bag. It's like, yeah, this is my life.
Mhm.
This is what I'm up to. This is what bring me joy. This is what I felt the need to share or whatever, or this could be a situation or I felt like this could benefit somebody or this could have helped somebody out by me sharing or something like that. You know.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
but
yeah, and that's the other thing I love about Facebook and stuff too. Like, you know, being able to connect with family and
yes,
friends, you know what I
yes.
mean, that I don't, you know, get to see and stuff that
Right,
often. You know what I
right.
mean? Yeah, like I ran into an old friend of mine. Like it seemed like over the summer I saw her like 3 times. And it was like, oh my God, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know, we hadn't like seen each other face to face in some years. But it was like, oh, you know what I mean? I've been following you on Facebook and I'm so proud of you. And you know what I mean? We just be like, da, 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 you know what I'm saying? You know, but
Uh-huh.
it's like I was like, you know, I love that I can still like have that, you know, that kind of a bit of a connection, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You know, just some attachment to, you know what I mean, some friends and stuff, you know what I mean, to be able to at least kind of, you know, be able to peek in and see how they're doing, you know what I
Right.
mean? You
Yes,
know,
yes.
um, yeah, you know what I mean? Even though, you know, like I say, you know what I mean, like when we saw each other in person, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you would hope that, you know, the things that they've been, you know what I'm saying, you know, posting, you know what I mean, that it all actually adds up in
Right,
reality, you
right,
know.
right.
Yeah. And for her and it did. It was like we just had some big old smiles and it was just so good to see her.
Nice, 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 nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff brings me joy. It's like, cause like you said, like some people that you don't talk to or see often,
Mhm.
but like just to be connected through them through social media, you can say, okay, let me peek in and see how they're doing. Have they posted anything lately? How's life been
Yeah.
treating or something like that. Pop in to give them a hello or something like that. Yeah, I do that because I'm not always on social media, so I do miss a lot. I do be missing a lot.
Mhm.
But one of those times when I am engaged in there, let me see what such and such is up to. I might see a post and be like, oh my God, I had no idea. Like they posted out
Mhm.
like 5 days ago. And I might drop in and be like, hey, oh, that was so cool, or something like that. Right.
Right.
You
Mhm.
know, I could definitely appreciate like the real life stuff, especially people that I had some sort of connection with, as opposed to like people that just got all these like followers, and you could tell that they're like curating things just to get the followers. Like they're
Mhm.
doing a lot of funny skits, or they're doing these like portrayals, these dramatic stuff just to see how many
Mhm.
people like to follow it. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
Uh-huh. It's
You
funny
know what
because
I
you
mean?
saying that, and it's like a few people could pop right into my head, like, yeah. But somebody asked, "What is today's tea?" Today, I'm drinking organic Earl Grey.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
love it.
And our topic of discussion is like social media and mental health, like
Yeah.
when it's time to log off, when to log off. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, and and it's like a good way is like like do like the unfiltered stuff, like do unfiltered stuff, like, and I feel like everybody needs to do that at some point. Like not everything has to be glitz and glamour all the time. Like
Shoot. They ain't
do
gonna show their real self.
they ain't gonna show their real self. You know what I mean? Everything that
They
has to
gonna
be good for the
be like,
glamour.
what?
Like post something real, not perfect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Post something real. I know we don't do bonnets here, baby. We don't do bonnets
Okay.
here. No, honey. Yeah, if you're looking for bonnets, you ain't gonna find it here, my love.
All right.
Yeah. But yes, yeah, we do real stuff. We don't do perfect, but we do real on this channel. We
Right.
definitely do real, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, yeah, like do something real. Like that's what I'm saying. Like I can appreciate like what social media means to me and how I portray myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like
And how
it's
you use it.
how I use. You know what I mean? Like it's
Mhm.
not all about the glitz and the glamour. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I feel real. My validation comes from when somebody can actually use a tool or a tip that I has given to you, right?
Mhm.
They say they helped them or something like that. Okay, it's
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying, I've done my job, right?
Yes. Yes.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like you said, 'cause, like, that's why I do this, like, I love what we're doing, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You know what I mean? And, like, like, when I talk to people and they be like, "Yeah, I really enjoyed the conversation," or, "It was helpful," or, you know what I mean? I'll be like, "Wow, like, that be touching me." You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I've shared it with you, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, like, I'll be like, "Wow," it confirms, you know what I mean? It's confirmation that what we're doing, like, we're doing the right thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, yeah. And they say too, like when you are one that's like you following, it's like curate your feed, like follow pages that's going to uplift you. You know,
Yes,
going to
yes.
uplift you, right? And not
Mhm.
like trigger like comparison or something. So like to piggyback what you just said, it definitely bring me joy. Because we're all about uplifting people,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? All about
Empowering.
uplifting,
Mhm.
empowerment, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like if you're gonna be on social media, do do something that's gonna uplift you. That's not gonna like trigger something. That's not gonna take down your emotions and give you that feeling of comparison, like why my life is not like that, or how
Right.
can I do that? You know what I mean? Because a lot of it can.
Mhm.
A lot of it can. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And you just made a valid point to where you said like if some stuff starts coming on your feed, like you just like unfollow because you're like, that's not what I want on my feed. Okay.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Exactly. You do have the power and control of what you see and don't see, you know?
Mhm.
And that's just a big reason to why when something pops up on my feed, I won't give it a like or anything because I'm like, I don't want to see any more of it. You know what I mean? Because
Exactly.
start liking stuff, then it's going to keep
Mhm.
flooding your
Yep.
timelines or with it. So I might
Yeah.
look at it and be like, "Ooh, okay, I'm not going to get at a like of you because I don't want to see any more of that." You know?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, yeah, it's like because and yeah, and I know. I mean, I figure, but at this day and time, I mean, I would hope that most people understand algorithms. You know what I'm
Ah,
saying?
you
And
can find.
just the way that it works and how what I mean what I mean, like it's like mind of its own.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like like you really want to be careful with that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
Hmm.
thank you for listening and learning. Thank you for being here and supporting.
Yeah.
Sista Talk
Mhm.
today. Charlie said that's why he loves what we do. Our
Yeah,
great.
great content.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Be our cheerleader on the sidelines. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. But and so like how we were just talking about like the connections, you
Mhm.
know. Like do you know the people that you're following that you have like you're connected to? Do you know them or is it like a disconnection? Like are you really like close to them to these people?
Mhm.
Or is it an illusion that you're close to? Like some people get attracted to you, like your content, like what you're putting out, and they feel like they really know you and they're attracted to you. Like you said, how when you start seeing people like that like look alike or they're doing the same thing, you're like, okay, well I know who they follow, I know who
Mhm.
their influencers are, or something like
Mhm.
that. Right when you start to really feel like, oh, I'm so connected and so close to this person, and you gotta follow their life, and then you start to imitate their life and stuff like that. Like it's happening. Like sometimes when they spot social influences are real, right?
Mm-hmm.
And definitely real. Not because me personally, because I used to struggle with crippling social anxiety, especially from giving birth to my. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, that means so you found support. Like,
yeah.
you found like supportive videos and things, what I mean, that, that are offering support, which can be a wonderful thing. I mean? Like I've heard people say that a lot about TikTok. TikTok. What is it called?
Mhm.
Um,
IG.
no, ain't it TikTok? It is TikTok.
Okay, okay.
Oh, the other one, yeah.
You got IG, you got TikTok, you got Twitter.
Okay. It says TikTok. It sounds so like, like a clock.
Yeah,
Like, is that like, I'm
TikTok,
like, okay, is that correct? Is
TikTok.
that
Yes.
correct? But you see how much I be on the thing, barely. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? But I be feeling like it's so many people that it's like they have made it their goal to give good information, like what we're doing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, like they're being supportive, they're giving good information, they're trying to actually help people and so, support people. You know what I mean? Trying to be, what I'm saying, just a source and agent to help make the world a better place. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Those folks that are doing that,
Yes.
and
Yes.
stuff, you know what I mean? So, so that's why I'm glad that it ended up being, a supportive source, you know what I mean, for, this young lady here. Was that Ann
And
Lex?
like, yes, I love
Yeah.
that. I love that for
Yeah.
you. Yes, that helps
Mm-hmm.
with that confidence. So to
Yeah.
yourself, myself, I'm not enough. Hurry up and change it. That narrative. Exactly. There you go, girl. Love that. Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Change the narrative. You are enough. You are enough. And don't ever think
Mm-hmm.
that you're not. And don't let nobody else make you feel like you're not.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's why we're kind of highlighting social media, because sometimes people get caught up in what they see, the glitz and the
Mm-hmm.
glam, and that's not everybody's reality. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? When the mental health comes into play, because it can play on your mental and your psyche, because you're
Mm-hmm.
following this, you're seeing it, you're constantly flooded with this. It's always in your feeds. Then you start to internalize, like, oh my God, like I need to be perfect. I need to look like that. My life is worthless because it's not going that way and stuff like that. That's
Right.
no, no, no,
Mm-hmm.
no, no,
Yeah,
no.
because I watch, like I get a lot of positive, I mean, stuff that come across my thing. You know
Because
what
you
I'm saying?
curated
Yeah,
yeah,
so I
yeah.
really appreciate it. I mean, a lot of times, sometimes I was like somebody else say something, and I be feeling like they're saying, like they're making content something that I would make myself. You know what I mean? So I'd be like, okay, this is some
Exactly.
beautiful advice right here, and then I'll be sharing it. I share it with my daughters. You know what I'm saying? So if I share it with my girls. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? Like, yes, it'd be, like, so I get a lot of like, so like I just feel like be like golden advice, you know what I mean, that be coming through my feed. It's just from really wonderful people that are
Mhm.
creating amazing content, that I mean, that is really helpful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uplifting content.
Yes.
Uplifting.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm mainly attracted to. I know it definitely shifts my mind, my mood. Like if I see something like negative come across, I'll be like, oh my God, like I get tired. Like I was like, I don't want to
Hmm.
see it, I don't want to hear about it. Right.
Right.
It's like I know it's like some people like in like near me or say sometimes you gotta stay in a loop, you gotta know what's going on.
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, I get that. Sometimes you need to stay in a loop. We're gonna, but too much negative
Hmm.
stuff really starts to impact me. It
Right. Right.
shifts my mood if it's so much negative stuff happening. Like I get
Mhm.
tired. I get tired. Like I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And I don't even allow that on like my social media. But what I will do, like I'll go to YouTube and I'll pull up like news or
Hmm.
something, you know what I mean? Or like local news or something like that. And and I'll follow along that way. But I'll do it like on my TV, you know what I
On your
mean? Or
tool.
sometimes on my phone, you know what I mean? But I'll do that on YouTube. I don't need that on my social media page,
Right.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Same. Yeah, I know I have a couple of people that I like to watch on YouTube that's always bringing the news informative and they like break it down or make it
Mhm.
make sense or something like that. If I really want to know what's happening in the world, I know they're gonna tell me. Because
Exactly.
they stay on top of it.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
yep, exactly. So I know they want to stay on top of. She says that she enjoyed inspiration and surrounding. Exactly. Yeah, you always want to surround yourself with positivity, things that's going to uplift and inspire you. Okay, because there's
Mhm.
negative stuff, negative influences out here. People fall into that trap, and negativity,
Yeah.
like you're viewing negativity, and you get hooked and pulled into it. And that's you're being negative, and you're spewing negativity, and it just trickles
Right.
down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you definitely want to align yourself or surround yourself with something that's going to be positive. That's going to always keep you uplifted. So I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah.
Yes.
Um. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. But it's like when you like on like certain platforms and you thinking like you have these connections with people or something and you realize that you're really not connected to them, they're just a like or follow or something, or you might not be, or you have somebody following you and they not giving you the likes that you thought you were going to
Mhm.
get, or something, or they not engaging, and then they call them a silent unfollows, like, oh, you ain't liking my stuff, like you ain't posting, you ain't commenting on something like that. Like people are like
Mhm.
really start unfollowing you. You know how many
Mhm.
times people have unfollowed me because they realize I'm not liking. I'm no, because I don't want to see a lot of stuff you're putting on there. I don't. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like, so
Mhm.
that you know them silent unfollows. Then you shouldn't even realize you don't start seeing nothing or hearing nothing from those people anymore. I really be cracking up. I'll be cracking up. I said, okay, so they unfollowed me because they were putting stuff on there that I guess they were expecting a reaction now, and they were not getting that reaction from me.
Mhm.
Like when it comes to like they call like, especially when like them friendship breakups, right? Like you might have had like friends or somebody that was in your circle, or they might have been close to you at one point, and you might have still stay connected through them through like social media or something.
Mhm.
Right, or you might be following what they were doing. But for me, like if it's somebody that I was like connected to and like we were like we still had like social media interaction or something. But a lot of time I feel like if we're not talking outside of social media or having a relationship outside, and you're like doing a lot of like posting and sharing, trying to highlight different things that you're doing, just everything is so fantastic and great. I start to get turned off of it. I'm like, okay. I was like, are you doing this for my benefit? You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? Are you doing this to get a like, or just to say, oh, okay, I'm living life, even though me and you not really speaking or talking, I'm still living life. I'm living life. I got my besties and all this other stuff. And I'll be like, okay, all right, fine, good for you. But
Mhm.
I started noticing like, then it's like, okay, I get unfollowed, and I'm like, good, thank you, because I didn't want to see it anyway. This is why I wasn't.
Mhm.
This is why I wasn't liking or engaging with.
Mhm.
Yep. So they call them little secret unfollows, or like when no friendship breakups over social media.
Mhm.
Child. Yeah.
I've
Thank
seen
you
that,
for
like, somebody, like, being really, really mad at another person because they was like, oh, like she unfollowed me on Facebook. So, like, I ain't talking to her. And I'll be like, what?
what?
Yeah.
Child.
Like, I'll be like, hold on, wait. Like, so y'all didn't actually talk, but now you're not talking to her because she unfollowed you on Facebook.
Hip-hop.
I be scratching my
Child.
head, like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'll be like, just call her on the phone. Like, just talk to her. But I don't know, like, people be taking that stuff so
Take it
seriously.
so serious. Serious. Thank you for coming in, Richard Robinson. Thank you for enjoying our topic. Yeah, but that stuff be real. Like people be, "Ew!" Like you have follow me. Like I'm like, be cracking up, child. I could be, I could care less if you were
Mhm,
follow me. It's like okay, cool. Hey,
mhm.
life goes on. You know what I mean?
Life goes on.
It does. It does. It does. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And they talk about how like even social media can have a conflict like in your romantic relationships. That's a big one too.
Mhm,
Like when it comes to like the trust and the communication, the attention, a lot of people do
mhm.
stuff to me just for the attention because they're not getting it from at home or something like that. Child.
Uh-huh. Or be thinking, like, if you post a story, they think that it's, like, personally for them.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, girl.
You
Lot of
know,
relationships break up over social media.
yes, yes. And then in that like static change stuff too. You know what I mean? You know, the relationship status.
Yes, yes, yep. Changing
Mhm.
that status. Yup. Because
Mhm.
like you said, some people put stuff on like for the likes and the views and the attention. But then if you got like a significant other and you doing that, and then you getting all this attention and attraction, then it does start create trust issues. It's like, okay, well, this person always liking your stuff, always following, always commenting. What's going on? You know what I mean? Like that stuff because that stuff is real. That stuff
Yeah.
is a lot of people that got in trouble and caught up behind like social media.
Yeah, yeah. And then, them relationships where, it's like they following you, but they not really saying nothing, but they watching to see who else is saying something.
That part. Yes. Be like, oh, I know the so and so come commenting. What's that about?
Mhm. Mhm. I noticed that they said this, and it's like, okay, you
Oh,
trolling.
you trolling.
You trolling my page. I see you watching my stories.
You are definitely watching. Yes, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh my God. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
But it does like, oh, she said exactly. Talking about social media is a trip. It's a trip, right? And we were
Yeah.
talking about like even like the pressure to perform like happy stuff all the time. You gotta be happy.
Mhm.
Gotta be happy. I gotta be cute. Gotta be sexy.
Yeah.
Like can't be myself because I don't want people to see what's really going on. Like I don't want to post
Mhm.
my makeup because I don't want you to see what I really look like.
But Amika, I'm telling you, but that's why I don't be doing a whole lot of content because I'll be like, dang, I gotta go fix my eyebrows. I gotta go put on some lip gloss. I gotta, you know what I mean? I gotta do all this stuff to get ready for it.
Oh man, child. Yeah,
Shoot.
I be cracking up with like, especially when I look at if I see something come up and everybody's face always beat, not a hair out of place, everything always perfect. I'll be like, wow, child. I be coming on
Right.
here, hair half done, be like, whatever. Be like, this is me. All of it is either you like me or you
I
don't.
hear
Because
that.
I ain't got
Yes.
time getting off sheets for y'all on social media. Okay, that's crazy. Yeah.
It could be a
So
bit much.
it can be a bit much. It is too much pressure. Too much pressure. Child. I ain't got time for that. But it's a question like, have you ever like lost or had a strained friendship over social media?
Uh, I don't think so. No, not over social media. No, nothing like that.
I have. I have.
Yeah.
I
Mm,
have. I feel like social media really messed up a friendship, and it was because of what they were like posting. Like I thought they were like really like a friend.
mhm,
Um, like I think I already shared the story before. Um, like I noticed that they were like moving a little shaky. Like remember my
mhm,
old friend from Virginia on
mhm,
that whole thing where when I was making moves, I tried my hand at opening my little store and everything.
mhm,
And I would like post and share things, oh, come check out my store, come check out my store. um Finally when they came to town, I'm like, ooh, like I'm so excited that you're here because we were cool, we were had long distance friendship thing. So when they
mhm,
finally came to town, I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited that you came right at the time when I opened up my store. Now you get to finally come by and see it, right, thinking that our friendship is still tight and solid. Nothing. They wouldn't.
mhm,
They spent the whole weekend refused to come by, and I'm like calling and calling, and I'm like what happened? You like last time I talked to you, you said you were on your way. You didn't call.
mhm,
You didn't say anything. So couple days went by on social media. They're like, "Oh yeah, I had such a great time. Ooh, I'm so glad to be back home." They posted on all the stuff they did on the weekend when they were
mhm,
supposed to connect with me. And I felt
mhm,
okay about it. I did. It did. I did. I was
mhm,
like, wow. I was like, so you just me because you was feeling type of way of my accomplishment. So you were
mhm,
intentional about not connecting with me. Now you always connected with me every time you came to town. You always
mhm,
connected with me. As soon as I leveled up a little bit, you made it your point not to come and connect and see my accomplishment. And then
Mm-hmm.
you get back home to your state and start posting everything you did for the weekend, how much fun you had, and you can't
Mm-hmm.
wait to come back the next time. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is what we're doing. I'm like, okay. So just
Mm-hmm.
them posting and doing that, I was like, yeah, it just put a strain on our relationship. So I was like, delete. Delete.
Oh.
I was like, you're not a real friend. You're not a real friend. I was like, but I feel like they put that on for my benefit to show me, like, all right, I didn't come by support you, come living my best life type of thing. So I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. So yes, I have lost a friend. I have lost a friend, and it did put a friend, a strain, a good friend that like, I was friends with for like years over social media.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Oh. Yeah.
it has its ups and downs. Like sometimes I feel like people put stuff on just to try to get under your skin.
Mm-hmm.
And in that case, it worked. So
Yeah.
in that case, it definitely worked for me.
Oh. Yeah,
So
y'all were friends for so many years.
we
Y'all didn't
were. Oh
talk
yeah.
after that?
Nope. Nope. We were friends
Really?
since what, early high school. Yep.
I was about to say since high school.
Like eighth grade. Yep. Just
Wow.
because of that incident, I have not spoken to them since then.
And
Did not.
she hasn't reached out to you either.
She tried, like, I think a couple years ago.
Oh
Not,
wow. You should reach out to her.
not on social media. It was some random. I got some random message on my phone asking me, "Am I who I am?" And I was like, "Who was this?" Like, I didn't even like respond. So I did one of those. Let me see who number that was, because I knew it was definitely from that out of state number. I was like, "This is definitely out of
Mm-hmm.
state number. I don't recognize it because I have them
Mm-hmm.
locked in under another number." So when they asked, I
Yeah.
just like, is somebody fishing, or is that really
Mm-hmm.
her trying to reach out after all these years because she knows she messed up?
Oh, yeah, and
Yeah.
it might not even been intentional. You know what I mean? It just me, might have been so much stuff going on that,
Mhm.
maybe she was just like, I don't know. I can't.
Okay. All right. So I see you're playing devil's advocate, and I can appreciate that because
Yeah.
I was looking at it from a different point of view. I was like, we've always connected. You've never not come to my town or
Mm-hmm.
my state, and we've not connected in some form.
Mm-hmm.
Always. Why this particular time when I have leveled up in a different part of my life, you were intentional about not connecting with me, and
Yeah.
then didn't say nothing to me the whole weekend. That I
Mm-hmm.
found out that you're back home through social media. When you're like,
Wow.
oh, I'm back
Yeah.
home. I had a good time. I was like, okay, so you made it your point not to connect with me, and we've never done that to each other.
Yeah.
Never.
And
So
it is something about that too. What they say, like, when people get so comfortable with a certain version of you, you know what I'm
yes,
saying?
yes, yes.
Yeah. And, yeah, yeah, but y'all should have talked. I hope that y'all eventually talk about it.
We'll see. It's been so long. I'm in my. It's been so long, child. But that was just a prime
Yeah.
example for me of how it put I lost a friendship over that.
Yeah.
Um, so it's like, so do you think it's healthy to post everything, or should some things stay private?
I think some things can definitely stay private. I'm definitely not for that, posting everything.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I mean, because for one, it'd be seeming unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I think that it depends on your relationship, with your audience, you know what I mean? Your goals with your audience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what it is that, like say what you're trying to accomplish, with your social media page,
Mm-hmm.
and with YouTube being different from, Facebook and Instagram
Right.
and TikTok and
Right.
stuff.
Right. Right.
Um, because I know people use them, have different purposes, what I mean,
Right.
for
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Um, yeah, what I mean? So, it just depends on, like what you got going on. What I mean? Like
Right.
say, and what you're trying to accomplish. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I
Mhm.
definitely use my YouTube platform for everything. Yeah, I don't do a lot on like
Mhm.
Facebook or IG or TikTok and nothing like that because it seemed pointless to me. Like if I
Yeah.
post any like Facebook, I'll do probably posting on my personal page, just to keep family in the loop or connected or something. But if you
Right.
look like my IG or my TikTok, I don't do a lot on that. I
Yeah.
don't. Because my main focus is like YouTube connecting people onto people on a different type of level. Giving out
Mhm.
information that people might not want to hear on like IG. A lot of people like a lot of different type of stuff on like IG or TikTok or something like that. They there for more for like entertainment. And it's like, okay, if it's something I find entertainment, then I might share it. But I'm
Yeah.
not all that other stuff now. And that's
Yeah.
thank appreciate you for sharing that. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do be thinking like it'd be a lot though, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like so like them folks I see and they just be scrolling, and they looking at what this person doing over here, and it's like they just in everybody's
Everybody
business.
everybody business.
It's
Exactly.
like, you know, I don't
Yeah.
know, it gets a little strange for me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Uh,
You know what I mean? Or, like you said, like that fear of missing out, you know what I mean? Oh, I missed this. Oh, that happened last week. And because I'll be like, I don't know, it's like, okay, like what's happening next week? Or,
right.
and
Right.
what I mean, if it's things that you actually want to do, you know what I mean, then like put it on the calendar or something, you know what I mean? But it just be like so much into it's like it'd be like this whole world that you just so involved in, you
Hmm.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It,
yeah,
could- it definitely get consuming. It definitely do. It definitely get
yeah.
consuming, right? Right. And it's like how do you like set boundaries with social media without like
Mhm.
disappearing completely from it? But like how do you set your boundaries with it? You know?
Yeah, well, I told you what I do. Like I said, I mean,
Yeah.
I just don't go on there a lot. You know what I mean? So I know I miss out on a lot of stuff. But you know what I mean? But folks that really want me at things, people they'll send the flyer directly to me. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I
That
love
part.
my people that do that. Yeah,
That part.
I'm gonna say it again for the folks in the back. Like I love
Yeah.
my people that do that. Like if you just
Okay.
send the flyer
Exactly.
directly to me, you know what I'm saying? And I know that, what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I mean? So, cause I like them direct connections, you know what I'm
That
saying,
part.
too. And so, and
Yeah.
I really appreciate that, you know what I'm
That part.
saying? And you know what I mean? Or some folks that when they want me at something, they be like, look, like this is your personal invitation. You know what I mean? I'll be like, oh, now I gotta go. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
I'll be like
Right.
that. Like
Right.
I'll be like, oh, word up. Like I'm gonna put that on the calendar. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Right.
So yeah,
Yep.
I definitely do be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
It
Yeah.
makes me feel special.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So just to piggyback off that, yeah, it's like designate them offline hours. Like designate them offline hours. Like know when to
Mhm.
unplug and stuff. Like when like keeping like your private moments private. Like not everything like needs to be like posted and stuff. You know.
Right.
Um. Yeah. And discussing like boundaries like with partners or friends, like around communication, like you just said, like when people start posting something and because you're not on there a lot or you have your offline hours, they know directly to like reach out to you.
Yeah, like DM me. If you got my
That
phone number, just send
communication.
it directly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Letting people know, like, listen, I'm not always on there, so shoot me
Mhm.
something directly. And you want
Yep.
me to be a part of it, or you want me to be informed, right? So I
Yeah.
love. Yep, yep. Having those
Mhm.
conversations, other conversations. Yep, because it comes to like when is it time to like for you to really log off? Like when you know that it's time. What are those signs?
Mhm.
And it's coming like with them behavior things, like how we were talking about earlier about compulsive checking. Like you always check it. Like you said somebody that's always scroll. They
Mhm.
constantly check. Ooh, what am I missing? Fear of missing out. Ooh, what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss?
Mhm.
I,
Yep.
I do. I literally know somebody that's always scrolling on their phone all the time. Like they can't even focus. Like
Mhm.
you have start having that difficulty in focusing. Like you be like, hello, 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 and they
Yes.
like, hello, snap
Uh-huh.
out of it, get off of social media, like
Yeah.
right, like, and they start like neglecting like in person relationships because they always.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. Like, ooh, it
Uh-huh.
burns my bridges when I see somebody that's constantly like this the whole time. Like, even when they with somebody, they're not talking, but they're like this. I'm like,
Mhm.
I mean, nuts. You're nuts.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Erica Badu got that song, I'm gonna make you put your phone down.
Thank you
Yeah.
for that.
Put that
Yes, yes,
shit
yes.
down. Yes. You know what I mean? It's like, like you said, especially when you are around people and you know what I mean, or and you just like on your phone, like you on social media instead of being social with the people that's right in front of you. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, okay, you know what I mean?
Uh,
Like,
that's a
we gotta pay more
problem.
attention to that.
That
You
that's
know what
a
I mean?
problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that, like you
That's,
said, like waking up in the morning and the first thing you're doing is like start scrolling. That I think that is an issue too. I think that's a problem. Like, like you gotta check yourself. What
exactly.
check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Yep. But yeah,
You
when you start neglecting them in personal relationship because you're constantly doing this, you keep a track of what everybody else doing on social media and
Mhm.
not even paying attention to what's around you. That is a serious,
Yeah.
serious problem. Serious problem.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
And another thing that you want to highlight is them emotional signals. Like, are you being irritable or you know from not doing social media, or like are you always getting sad because you know scrolled so much and saw things that impacted you negatively or something like that. Like
Mhm.
when if you have feelings like different type of feelings and emotion, is no this time to get off. Log off.
Right.
Log
Yeah.
off. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Mm-mm. It's a.
Mhm.
I don't want to ask a question, Sir Nick. Sir, what are you ready to take on challenging question? What's your question, Sir Nick? Don't be asking that crazy because we might not respond. But yeah, but
Mhm.
we're talking about like times to when it's time to log off and reclaim your peace. Like when you
Mhm.
start getting anxiety from something that you're watching on social media, or you have that fear. Thank you so much, Anna, for being here. I appreciate you for joining in.
Mhm.
Have a good rest of your weekend. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you suffer from that FOMO, thinking that you're going to miss out on something, right?
Right.
And even like that emotional fatigue, like you can't go to sleep because you constantly strolling, constantly scrolling, constantly scrolling. Like that emotional fatigue, like sometimes things can really, really like impact you because you're constantly on. That's the time when you need to log off. You need to log off.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
find some
when
other habits. You know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? Find some hobbies.
find
I
some hobbies.
mean,
Find some hobbies. Like when you're constantly comparing yourself to somebody else's life or somebody else's body or somebody else's situation, it's time to log
right.
off. It's time to
Mhm.
log off. Yep, yep. Um, and they actually have like different like detox strategies, digital, like
Mhm.
go in like phone free zones. You know what I mean? Like or limits like the apps that you're putting on, or like if you're going to scroll, be mindful about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Mindful scrolling. Don't do just this frivolous scroll like, yeah, I'm just gonna watch this, I'm gonna watch that. It could definitely impact you negatively if you're not scrolling
Mhm.
for the right reasons. Yep.
Yeah.
He's gone. It said like his no. Okay.
I'm just like, what's happening right
I
there?
don't
Like,
know what yes, yes.
oh.
Oh man. So yeah,
Mhm.
but we like replacing online habits, like you said, get a hobby. Replace online habits
Mhm.
with real with real joy, real
Mhm.
world joy. You know what I mean? Replace
Right. Going out in
habits.
nature, going
Yes,
taking walks,
real world
going to
joy.
the gym, getting some sun,
Yes,
learning an
yes,
instrument.
yes, exactly. Real world joy. Replace some online habits with something
Mhm.
real, like being present, like instead of like scrolling, like start journaling, like showing gratitude for something that's happening in your life. Like you said, nature,
Mhm.
hobbies, something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah,
yeah.
and keeping it to a limit, you know what I mean? Like say, because I mean I still go on, but I really try to, you know, really just keep it to a limit. Like say, what I mean, it may be like 10 to 15 minutes. Like I try to be like, all right, like I said, I scroll for a little bit and it's like, all right, that's enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I go and do something else.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you have to literally think about like what your piece looks like when you're offline. What does it look like for you?
Right.
What does your piece actually
Mhm.
look like? So compare those two. Like if
Mhm.
when I'm online, how am I feeling? Like how my emotions feeling to as opposed to when I'm offline. You know what I'm saying? Like
And people don't know how to be bored, you know what I mean? Or it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, or being bored is they just don't want it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes folks don't like to sit with themselves. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And so it's
Exactly.
like, anytime there's some free space, it's like, okay, where's my
Yep. Yep.
phone?
Yep.
You
Get a phone.
know?
Get a phone. Yep. Yep.
Hmm.
Yep. Yeah. But sometimes you have to know when to log off. You have to know when to log off.
Right.
Even if you do it like one day a week, just without any social media. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just say, okay, today I'm not going on social media. Like sometimes I do that. Like I'm not going on social media. I have those days where I don't even like touch my phone. I don't go on nothing. I don't do nothing on YouTube. I don't do nothing. Like I just
Hmm.
disconnect on social media.
Yeah.
And also another way, like you said, when you don't check your notification, like putting your phone like on do not disturb, like especially when you doing like your self care, your rest hours. So your
Hmm.
phone go, do not
Yes.
disturb me. Exactly. I don't want to hear it. I'm trying to rest.
Yeah, yeah. My joint going. My daughter asked me. She was like, "Mommy, like, what's wrong with your screen?" Cause my joint to go into black and white. Like I put my phone on
Okay.
sleep mode at a certain time
Okay.
of
Yeah.
night. You know what I mean? And I was
Yes.
sure. I
Yes.
was like, "Oh
Yes.
no, it's like, yeah, like do not disturb sleep mode."
That part. Do not disturb.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. That black and white. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, yep. But yep. Just that's like doing check-ins with yourself. Like, are you scrolling like for connection? Or are you doing it for distraction? You know what I mean? Why are you scrolling? Why are you scrolling? Yep,
Mhm.
yep. That was a lot of like helpful ways like to know when it's time to like log off and stuff. And you know,
Mhm.
if you're scrolling and stuff, just follow accounts that's gonna like inspire you or uplift you or something like that.
Mhm.
Um, and doing that digital detox sometimes. Just say I gotta gotta back away from it, right?
Right.
And you know, and it's times like
Digital
sometimes
detox.
some people are so addicted to it that they have to be a part of social media. That's when you might need to get some kind of professional help to figure out what's
Mm.
going on, why your world is so consumed with social media and
Wow.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, they do
Mhm.
have like support groups and stuff for that. Believe it or not, they do. Yep, so they
Mhm.
got support. Yep, but
Yeah.
yeah, but that was our topic today about you
Mhm.
know and mental health. Like when is it time to log off? Like when did you log off? It's a lot
Yeah.
of different reasons why you would need to log off. With social
Yeah.
media, it can impact your
Wow.
mental. Yep,
Mhm. I hope it got people thinking, paying
exactly.
attention. Mhm.
Yep. So just think about it like social media is just like one part of our life. It doesn't have to define you. It does not define you.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, you got to take care of your mind and
Mhm.
don't be afraid to log off when you need to.
Yep.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, it's like real people around us.
Real people around you.
Yeah.
Yes. Real
Yeah.
people around. Be part of the real world.
Real. Yes.
Part of the real world. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Mhm.
yeah, I definitely appreciate you for being here. I know Janae appreciate you for being here. It's part of
Yeah.
our Talk Sunday, our Sister
Mhm.
Talk Sunday. Yeah, yeah. And I always say that if you have not done anything for you, please do something for
For
you. Love
you.
on you.
Love on you. Mhm.
Love on you. Yes, put the phone down, get off that social media. Love on you. Do that
Love
self care.
on you.
Take
Yes.
care of you. Protect your
Mhm.
mental health. Protect your mental health.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. But that we do this on Sunday at 3 o'clock, and I always say you never know what we're gonna talk about. You never know what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
TB's life. That's my lovely sister, Janae Goddess Life from Artistic Healing Expressions, and we want you to have an amazing, amazing rest of your week.
Yes,
Amazing.
please
week.
do.
We look forward to talking to you on the next Sister Talk.
Yes, we love you. Thank
Take care.
you.
All love. Thank you for being here. We thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere on these YouTube streets, and you were a part of our life. So yeah,
Yes. So we appreciate that.
yes. Take, take care, everybody.
Yes. Peace, sister. Love you
Cheers.
much.
Love you too,
Bye.
baby.